want to start this video off on this video over here. This guy is sleeping, the moon, his mouth, animal and animal. Riding the turtle, riding the sound of the footstep. Look, he looks like he's peeing. He looks like he's peeing. He's smiling. He's such a pear head. And just all these little, oh my God, look at this one over here. He's sitting on the back of that one here with one over here. Here's a guy that's leaning over the bird. I didn't get that bird. Let me see where that bird is. It's right over here. I have to finish cutting that out. I didn't finish cutting that out. Oh my God, there's a flying elephant over here. Or maybe it's a beaver. I gotta fix that up, but here's that. I'm gonna turn it black and maybe I'll turn it another color after. But but it looks better when it's from far. You know what I'm saying? Like over here, when you take a look at it, it has to drop. This area over here has to drop. Anyways, we spent a minute on that. I've got a ton of stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to say everything. And what's most amazing is we can do anything we want. And that's what, that's what makes this stuff so unreal and not real. Like you want to write the number 3. So the number 3 is out here to show the whole area space. Right? I create this, showing both sides of center. Creating 6 and 9 is created from 3. 3 and 3. 3 and 3. What is created from it? Now, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to be doing pieces and parts. Digital clock created this way. The slant. Do you see the slant up here? That slant is on the Z. Down here, slant is on the N. Up here, that slant is on the N. Down here, the slant is on the Z. So we have to understand above and below. The V, or the 5, seems to show division. The V or the 5 shows division. Yesterday in the Preakness Stakes, right, 2589 came in, and right over here, creating these bricks, the masonry, the masons, 52, creation of H and I, separation of the bricks, the masons. Now you have to remember the Joshua tree and the masons because he was the stone cutter. We're jumping all around now. Okay, there's a lot of places to go and I have to sit down. If I can put this all into a computer, I can show you the organization of the equations that are created inside the numbers 3 and 5, which is created because of and. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 is 5. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 5 creates 8 and 15. It's very funny, this number. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5. Okay, well, it create 8 and 15, 23, or 7th gate. Okay, now 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 will create 14 and 9. Okay, minus, 7 minus 2 equals 5 and 7. 7th gate through the moon. 7 times 2 is 14 when a big red sun. 14, 72, and 35. Okay, 27 and 35. 6 and 4 is missing. Let's not count about it. It will create the DC worlds. But both of those numbers will create 5 and 9. EIO, 59, 59 on the clock. Standing on 1 second, you would touch both sides of the difference. But other than that reality, they both create 23. They'll both recreate 11. These numbers recreate 11. Inside this number over here, CL and U are the letters in the alphabet, equaling to 36, 3, 12, 21. 5 is N, E, and W, 5, 14, and 23, equaling to 42. 8 and 6, 18 and 9, 27 when a big red sun. 8 and 6 equals to the sun of the DNA. 9 and 6 rotation. 3 and 5 will create 42, 9 legs of the cat to the 7th gate. 101 is created by the separation space between them. And at the same time, 5 minus 3, 5 plus 3 equals 2 1/8 cycle of the moon. The letter Resh, F equals ma, FEMA. The next story, where did I get the 6 and 4? Like I said, we're going to continue on and look for what I have in here. 11, ways to get 11. 9 times 2, 3 times 8, 4 times 7, 5 times 6. Add them, they're all 11. 18, 24, 28, 30. If this was 11, it would come down to 19, A and I, artificial intelligence. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. All created from 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 is 3 and 2. 3 times 2 equals 5 and 6. Minus it, add it, creates artificial intelligence, 1941. A and I, Roswell. 4 times 7, 28. Minus or add, 39, equals to the skies of Saturn, the roadways Hoover Dam. Minus 11 equals to 17, the gateway, Hoover Dam, 4 by 7, 28 cycle of the moon. Einstein, 1776, and the theory of understanding what relativity is. Remember the before and the after to the word. Remember, 3 times 8 is 24. 24 to the day, 3 times 8 is 24, plus or minus 11, 13, altered current, which will now create 19. 3 times 8, why does this do that? 3 times 8, 24. 3 plus 8, 11. 24 and 11 equals 35. And we're back to this position over here. Created from 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. Remember what ABC is. 1 and 2 creates 3. This one over here goes to 24, becomes 13, and the high is 35. 13 becomes 4, 35 becomes 8, 8 and 4 is now Pluto. Seems like things were created through Pluto all the time, 24 plus and the day. 9 times 2, and 9 and 2 creates 29, which is your birth, Ken Dryden, KD, craft dinner. Creates 9 and 8, the high heaven. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals 8 and 9. 8 and 9 is the brick house. Are we looking for the wolves and the pigs? Remember the pigs. So we end up with 8, 6, 4, and 2. From here to here is 6. From here to here is 10. From here to here is 12. From here to here is 4. From here to here is 2. Time equals numeric value 47. Day equals to 30. Minus it, you have the gateway. Add it, you have Christ. Christ is the gateway. Time, day. We're going to go into A, E, and I on the next page. Put it on hold. There's more stories that I spoke of before where 5 and 6 comes from. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. Okay, when you minus it, it becomes 1. When you add it, it becomes 3. When you multiply, it becomes 2. It becomes 1, 2, 3 from 1 and 1. Now we're going to go on to black 0. Black 0. The 15th letter is the O letter. The 15th. Every other vowel is a red in roulette. That's how I'm basing things right now. Every other vowel is a red in roulette. Another thing I want to mention is 6. Okay, now that we did the roulette, I want to show you something different. When the Canadian took away the penny from their market, 15 cents remains 15 cents, right? But because 1 and 5 is 6, it remains 5 cents. The 1 becomes 0, okay? The 0 becomes 6, or the O letter becomes 6. The E is 5. The I is 9, so A and I become 0. E and O, okay, become 5. 0, 5. 0, 0, 5, 5. And the U, okay, becomes 5, because it's 3 cents. The closest is 5 cents, so the 3 becomes 5. Okay, so inside of these two, it becomes 5, 6, 5, because this is black. This becomes 1, 1 and 9 artificial intelligence, and the 1 can be found inside 5 and 9. Remember in numbers. Remember the numbers. We're going to see if I can get the numbers up here on the phone. And we can see, can we get that screen up there somehow? Okay, see the screen? We have one single area space in the center. That's the 5. We have 8 around them, okay? And we have 9 total spaces. 8 around 1 equaling to the 9. So the design of this is actually 1 and 8 is the formation. 1 and 8. Hair, communication. The hair of communication. So inside of the vowels, okay, O is black. We're going to go back to roulette. O is black 15. A, E, and I equals to, E and I equals to 14, plus A is 1 because the multiplication will not change anything. E and I, right? In between is 6, 7, and 8. The reverse of that in the 10-10 world is 2, 3, 4 vibration. 2, 3, 4 is the vibration inside of O. We are going to continue down. We add the U into this, and that will be 3, right? The U becomes 3. The first letter, the fifth letter, and the third letter is A, E, and U, says ace. And then the 9th and the 6th rotation is actually going to show you 10. That's how it works. Now, what we have in the A, E, I, and U, we have 21 and 14 is 35 and 1. We have 36. In the O family, we have 15. 36 and 15 is 51 area Mars. Minus it, it becomes the cube. Okay, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 5. The moon eye. The moon eye. Red on red. Here we had 5. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. 3 and 2, 5. 5 plus 3 and minus 3. 5 plus 2 and minus 7 and 8 is that gateway. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, 1771. 2, 2 and 3 creation. The I is right over here because we have to skip over. Now either you're skipping over 8 or I could have put this the other way. You could be skipping over 7. Whichever way you wanted to do this, but we create the I from this design. At the same time, we come over here, 6 and 1. 1 times 5, you see what everything is enclosed by 1 and 5. There is no more. If there was a 9, the 9 is the same reflection to 5. If it was an 8, the 8 is a reflection to 6. And how do I know this? Because it's in the code of the game. It's in the code of the game. We have 2 dice that we're going to play with. We've gone over this 100 times. We have 2 dice, and I'm going to shake them up and hold them. Okay, this means 55 is on the other side, right? Everything's going to be 7s. 4, the opposite side is 10. So if you say 10, I say 4. So right away, 4 is made with 1 and 3 and 2 and 2. Remember, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Hold on. Had a phone call, took a short pause. Took a short pause, you know? I mean, you think it's relevant? How smart were the gods? How smart? This is what the gods did. They made 5 of everybody. And the 5 was the, it's a star system. And you can't forget. And guess what? Your best friend is you. You're your best friend. You create somebody exactly what you want to be like, but you got to be like everybody else. You got to know everybody's tactics, and you have to learn from everybody else. Because if you're from only one group, then how can you learn anything different? Different tactics. And since life is survival of the fittest, because we're against something with no brains. That's right. Nature's got no brains. Whatever it does, it does it naturally. You know what I'm saying? Boom! Big bang. Oh, put them in jail. You know, lock them up. What are we going to lock them up with? Oh, let's get a little bit of metal. We'll get some heavy metal and some vibration, a torch, and we'll heat it up, and we'll take the natural elements of nature, and we'll recreate something from nature, and then eventually it'll rust away, and nature will come back and build itself back up. It's got no brains, but it's so intelligent. So we needed to survive. We needed a way that once life began, we needed to survive forever. Because we didn't go back to the beginning. You have to understand the reality is, at one point, there was nothing. And all of a sudden there was life. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Because that's the way we see it. Maybe we're part of nature. Maybe I'm just going to fall down and we have a system that we just pop up again. Oh my God, look at him. Okay, so we're going to move on, and we've done this already. The 6 and 1 comes out to 7512. This is creation moon, 3.75 Montreal. The water, the moon, things from Baffin Islands, why things move. 5 plus 1 minus 1 is 6 and 4. Zion, Israel, creation of Mars. Mars industry. The 20 and 30, well, that was something on the balcony that falls down. Did anybody know the 7 white dwarfs? 7 white dwarf stars, said Snow. During the winter, was it white? Anyways, just let's look at the dwarf stars or the war stars. Snow, 7 white dwarf star, E star. Add endings, Lucas. Add endings. You add an ending to an S. You know what's funny? In French, they put an S to the end of the word that doesn't need an S because it's already telling you there's more than one. Okay. The other thing in French is that when you want to know what your voice is like, they would say voix. At the same time, when you're driving on a highway and there's more than one lane, they call the lanes voies. So there's more than 2 lanes, voies. So we've done this. We know that 0 is black. Everything else is red. 36 minus 15 creates 21 to cube. Inside where? Right over here. Inside the numeric value for the moon. Inside the church, creation of the red sun. 5352. 6165, 165, or also known as 365. 1 minus 1 plus 4. Plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 1 is 5. 9 and 5, E-I-E-I-O. Out in the farm, out through the moon. Where are those cows? Right? Where are those cows? So let me see. Do I have anything else on here? Unity, as it seems to be, where it's a sign, seal of delivery. We're going to say that 16 minutes is enough, and I'm going to come out in my next video. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It's numeric poetry. That's all it is, and it brings the words together because that's where everything was created from. It's really amazing what comes out in that mirror. We must be in Disneyland or something. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.